आरंभ करें। Dear students, today we are going to discuss the topic phenols. Phenols are a class of compounds which are obtained by replacing one or more hydrogen atom of a benzene ring with equal number of OH groups. That is, benzene C6H6. If you take out one hydrogen atom and replace it with one OH group, then the compound will be C6H5OH, which is otherwise we can write it structurally as. So that means phenols are a class of compound where the hydrogen atom of benzene ring are replaced by equal number of OH groups. So since the first member of this class of compound is phenol, therefore all the compounds containing OH group attached on the benzene ring are called phenols. So it is a phenol. It is phenol. So it is first member of this family. Therefore the name of this class of compound is called phenols, and they are represented in general. In general, you can say generally, general formula is AROH, where AR is aryl group. It may be benzene, it may be naphthalene, it may be anthracene. All these aromatic rings are AR, and these are called phenols. The phenols may be of many types. You can say if one OH group is present, it is phenol. If two OH groups are present, so it is catechol. This is phenol. When the OH groups are ortho to each other, if the OH groups are meta to each other, then it is called resorcinal. And if they are para to each other, they are all class of phenols. If they are para to each other, it is called quinol. You see, OH groups are there. This is one OH group, but it is the two OH groups, and also along with OH group, other groups may be present. Like you can have also compounds like where other groups are also present, like this is OH group. This is called orthocresol, orthocresol, and you have, if OH group and methyl groups are meta to each other, it is called metacresol, and you can have also paracresol. This is paracresol. So these are all phenols. Here we will find that all these groups are having at least one benzene ring. We can have also other phenol class. You can have also this is alpha naphthol. Alpha naphthol is also a phenol. You can have also beta naphthol. They are all beta naphthol. They are also phenols. Therefore, phenols are a class of compound where the OH groups are attached to the benzene ring, and also its homologue. Here we will find one benzene ring, here is two benzene rings, naphthalene, therefore it is called naphthol, alpha naphthol and beta naphthol. These phenols are, you can say, The basic compound of phenols is phenol. The first member of this class of compound is phenol. Therefore, we discuss we limit our discussion to phenols. So let's come to methods of preparation. Methods of preparation. Dear students, we will limit our discussion to phenols only. Preparation and properties of phenol. So, in methods of preparation, one is from aryl halide. You have read in your aryl halides that halogen atoms are not easily replaced. However, on a drastic condition, that halogen can be replaced by another OH group, and that reaction is carried out under drastic conditions. That is, when say chlorobenzene, take for example, chlorobenzene is heated with sodium hydroxide at high temperature and high pressure, phenol is formed, and this process is called Dawes process. Dawes process, when you can say chlorobenzene is heated with sodium hydroxide at high temperature about 300 degree Celsius, high pressure, then we get your sodium phenolate. This is sodium phenolate, and this sodium phenolate is then acidified with dilute HCl to give you phenol. This method is called Dawes process. Dawes process. Right? From aryl halide, we can get phenols by this method. Second method of preparation is from benzene sulfonic acid. From benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid is, when benzene undergoes sulfonation, we get benzene sulfonic acid. That benzene sulfonic acid, when it's treated with or fused with sodium hydroxide, we get sodium phenolate, and which on further acidification with dilute HCl, we get phenols. That is, benzene, as I have told you, benzene sulfonic acid is obtained by, if you use, you can say plus concentrated H2SO4 dot SO3. This is called oleum, which is concentrated sulfuric acid saturated with sulfur trioxide. If we treat benzene with oleum, then we get SO3H, benzene sulfonic acid. So this benzene sulfonic acid, when heated with sodium hydroxide, benzene sulfonic acid is heated with sodium hydroxide or fused with sodium hydroxide, then sodium phenolate is formed, which on hydrolysis, acidification with dilute HCl, we get phenol. That is, benzene sulfonic acid is treated with sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide gives you sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid. This is sodium benzene sulfonate. So this is then fused, sodium hydroxide fused at high temperature about 400 degree Celsius. What happens? We get sodium phenolate. This is sodium phenolate. that sodium phenolate is acidified with dilute HCl gives you phenol. So this is another method by which we can get phenol from benzene sulfonic acid. The third method is from benzene diazonium chloride. Third method is from benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride, when treated with water, boil with water, as I say, we get phenol. This is a simple method of preparation of phenol. When benzene diazonium chloride structurally, we write it in this way: N2 plus Cl minus. It is a resonance stabilization of two structures. One is N triple bond N here plus Cl minus. So this is benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride, BDC, benzene diazonium chloride. So this benzene diazonium chloride, when heated with boiled with water, then phenol is formed. Benzene diazonium chloride, when boiled with water, phenol is formed. Boil, we get simply OH plus N2 plus Cl minus. This is our phenol. This is phenol. So benzene diazonium chloride, when heated with or boiled with water, we get sometimes it is instead of writing Cl minus, we can write it as HCl. So benzene diazonium chloride also gives you phenol when it is boiled with water. Sometimes asked what happens when benzene diazonium chloride is boiled with water. You students should reply that when benzene diazonium chloride is boiled with water, phenol is formed. This is another method of preparation. Fourth method of preparation is from cumene. This is commercial method. You know that phenol is very useful to humankind. Phenol is generally known as in the market known as carbolic acid. Phenol is known as carbolic acid, which is used as a repellent for rodents, especially snakes. If you sprinkle phenol in and around your house, no snake will enter into your house. So phenol has a lot of demand or lot of uses. That is why phenol is commercially used from cumene. From cumene, fourth one from cumene. This is commercial. You can say commercial preparation. Cumene. What happens when cumene is oxidized by aerial oxygen? We get a byproduct which on oxidation with hydrogen peroxide, then get phenols. So cumene, when cumene is structurally, cumene is like this: CH3. This is cumene. Cumene is oxidized. Aerial oxidation, we can call it aerial oxidation, at about 130 degree Celsius in presence of a catalyst. We get a product which on further oxidation gives you this is called cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene hydroperoxide, CH3, CH3, O, OH, OH. This is called cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene hydroperoxide. This cumene hydroperoxide, when it oxidized by hydrogen peroxide in presence of acid H plus, then we get phenol. We get phenol plus acetone, CH3, C11O, CH3. So this is our phenol, and this method is used for preparation of phenol commercially. Manufacture of phenol from commercial. These are the methods of preparation of phenol. Now let us come to properties of phenol. Properties of phenol. Properties of phenols. Phenols are phenol, especially phenol is a low boiling point solid. It has boiling point about 45 degrees Celsius. That means at room temperature it is solid, but if temperature goes, that means especially in hot season, khara dine, it becomes a liquid, and it is very pungent. Phenol is a, you can say, phenol is a solid at room temperature. Boils or becomes, you can say, becomes liquid at 45 degree Celsius. That is, you can say, it becomes liquid or melting point is about 45 degree Celsius, and it has, you can say, it has very pungent odor. It is corrosive in nature. It is corrosive in nature, and injures skin. जदि फिनल स्किन रे पड़ो, स्किन रे घा करद, हाथ जदि एपटे हाथ पड़ो, एटा हाथ चमड़ा उठेद. So phenol is very corrosive, and it is a very pungent odor, and it melting point about 45 degrees Celsius. Therefore, you can say at in winter season it is very solid, but in hot season, say summer season, it becomes liquid. Now let us come to its chemical properties. Chemical properties. While discussing chemical properties, number one is phenol is acidic. Phenol is acidic. This is very important. Acidic in nature. Acidic in nature. You must remember that any compound which gives H plus ion, proton, is acidic. Any compound which gives proton is acidic. HCl gives you H plus ion, sulfuric acid gives you H plus ion, nitric acid gives you H plus ion, acetic acid gives you H plus ion. All these are acids. But phenol, although it has no acidic group, but it acts as an acid. Why? Because it gives proton. Phenol also gives proton to become phenolate ion. That is, you can say, that is phenol. This is phenol ionizes to give you O minus plus H plus. This is phenolate ion. Phenolate ion phenolated ion, this is phenol. So, from this equilibrium you find that if phenol is acidic, it has to be ionized to give you phenolated ion and proton. And if phenol is to be acidic, the equilibrium has to shift towards right. Equilibrium जदि डाण को शिफ्ट करिवो ताले मोर एंड मोर H प्लस आयन प्रोड्यूस हबो एवं फिनोलेट आयन प्रोड्यूस हबो. केतळे एटा संभव हबो ना इफ फिनोलेट आयन इज मोर स्टेबल देन फिनोल. फिनोलेट आयन जदि फिनोल टारु बेसी स्टेबल हबो ताले फिनोल विल टेंड टू बिकम ए स्टेबल फिनोलेट आयन by giving H plus ion. In fact, we can prove that phenolate ion or phenoxide, phenolate ion or phenoxide ion, sometimes it is also called phenoxide or phenoxide ion, what do you call it? So phenolate ion, we can prove that phenolate ion is more stable than phenol by resonance. If we can prove that phenolate ion is more stable than phenol, then the equilibrium will shift towards right, thereby giving more and more H plus ion. So on the basis of this, we can prove that phenol is acidic, and that this can be proved by resonance. This can be proved by resonance. Both phenol and phenolate ion give you resonance. The resonating structure of by resonance, you can say by resonance we can prove that phenolate ion is more stable than phenol, and so equilibrium will shift towards right by producing more and more H plus ion. Let us see how we can prove that phenolate ion is more stable than phenol. Now, the resonance in phenol is as follows. Phenol resonance of a chemistry. Now, as you know that the oxygen has a lone pair of electron on it, and that lone pair of electron polarizes toward this, and the original bond will polarize in this way, thereby giving you a structure where OH plus, this is minus, this one will again polarize in the direction. Another resonating structure is obtained where negative charge on this carbon atom. Again it will polarize in the direction. This will polarize to give you OH plus minus. So these are the resonating structures of phenol. Now resonance in phenolate ion. Phenolate ion, if you look at the resonance in phenolate ion, O minus, a negative charge is on oxygen atom, this will polarize in the direction, the double bond will polarize in the direction. Negative charge here, double bond O, this one. Again it will polarize in the direction. The structure obtained will be this one. Again it will polarize these are the resonating structures of phenolate ion. If you know that from resonance we see that a compound containing more number of resonating structure is more stable. But if a compound contains same number of resonating structures, both the compound contain same number of resonating structure, but the structure having a simple charge, only one charge, then that one will be more stable than that of the compound having or structure having more two charges. Now here you see that in case of resonance structures of phenol, we see that in all the charges or all the structures there are two charges. One is positive charge on oxygen, negative charge on carbon atom. Positive, negative, positive, negative. So this positive negative charge we call it charge separation. Due to charge separation, there is every possibility that they may recombine to give back the original compound, or in other words you can say resonance hindered. But that is not happening in case of phenolate ion, because phenolate ion has only one negative charge, the negative charge. Therefore, on the basis of resonance we can say, since phenol has charge separation, is unstable, but phenolate ion is having only one charge, is more stable. Therefore, in the earlier equation we see that phenol will have a greater tendency to become stable phenolate by giving H plus ion. Since phenol will give H plus ion, it is acidic. So in this way we can prove that phenol is acidic. However, the strength of acidity will increase if an electron withdrawing group is present on the benzene ring, and this will decrease if an electron donating group is present on the benzene ring. For example, if you compare phenol and paranitrophenol, this is paranitrophenol, OH, nitro group, this is paranitrophenol, this is phenol. So phenol, the nitro group is an electron withdrawing group. Since nitro group is an electron withdrawing group, it withdraws the electron from this, therefore resonance occurs more and more, hence H plus ion will be released more. So that is why it will be more acidic, this will be less acidic. If you compare phenol and nitrophenol, this will be more acidic than. On the other hand, if an electron donating group is present, if you take phenol, compare phenol with that of cresol, say paracresol. Here this is paracresol. Methyl group is an electron donating group. Since methyl group is an electron donating group, it will push the electron towards benzene ring and resonance will be hindered. So resonance will be hindered means less amount of H plus ion will be produced. Therefore, it is less acidic than phenol. Less acidic, this is more acidic. So in this way you find that in the ring nucleus, if an electron withdrawing group is present, then that compound will be more acidic. If an electron donating group is present, then that compound will be less acidic. Electron donating group is present, then that will be less acidic than phenol. That is about the acidic character of phenol. It is many a time it is asked in the question, explain why phenol is acidic. You have to explain in this manner. Now let us come to other reactions. Reaction with metallic sodium. Since phenol gives H plus ion, it reacts with a base, especially a strong base like a reactive metal. It does not react with sodium hydroxide, but it reacts with sodium metal to give you sodium phenolate and hydrogen. That is, it reacts with phenol when treated with sodium, metallic sodium, it gives you ONa plus H2. This is 2. So this is a test for phenol. Any compound having phenolic group will react with metallic sodium by giving you H plus ion and hydrogen gas. Similarly, reaction with, or you can say reaction with carboxylic acid or carboxylic acid, you can say formation of ester Sodium salt of phenol is less acidic, less you can say reactive than sodium phenolate, because sodium phenolate ionizes to give you sodium plus and O minus. So when sodium phenolate is treated with acetic acid or acetyl chloride, then ester is formed. That is reaction with, you can say, reaction with acetyl chloride. Acetyl chloride, phenol, especially ONA, sodium phenolate plus CH3COCl, sodium hydroxide in presence of sodium oxide. Of course, this reaction occurs in presence of a base. The product form will be O, C double bond O, CH3. This is acetyl phenyl acetate. This is phenyl acetate. This is phenyl acetate. Similarly, it reacts with, these are all esters. You can say these are esters. Just like that of carboxylic acid reaction with alcohol, since phenol reaction with benzoyl chloride. Benzoyl chloride. Reaction with benzoyl chloride, benzylation. This is called benzylation. When sodium phenolate is treated with benzoyl chloride in presence of sodium hydroxide, phenyl benzoate is formed. That is, if you treat it ONA plus C6H5 COCl. This is benzoyl chloride in presence of sodium hydroxide. The product form will be, of course, here NaCl. Here it will be C6H5 plus NaCl. So this is called phenyl benzoate. These are called phenyl benzoate. So this reaction is called benzylation. This reaction is called benzylation reaction. Right? When phenol reacts with phenol or sodium phenolate reacts with benzoyl chloride, it gives you phenyl benzoate, and the reaction is called benzylation. So these are the reaction of phenol where hydrogen atom is replaced by other groups. The hydrogen atom is replaced by other group. Now let us come to reactions where substitution occurs in benzene ring. Otherwise, you can say call it electrophilic substitution reaction. Benzene gives you electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic substitution reaction. Benzene, when treated with, we have discussed, benzene gives you electrophilic substitution reactions in aromatic compounds, you see. So also phenol gives electrophilic substitution. But here, phenol, in case of phenol, the OH group is an electron donating group. So when electron is an electron donating group, it also acts as an activating in nature. That means it pushes the electron into the benzene ring. So benzene ring is now rich in electron as compared to only benzene. खाली बेंजीन तुलना रे फिनल रे तो बेंजीन रिंग रे बेसी इलेक्ट्रॉन थाए कहीं की ना OH ग्रुप इज एन इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेटिंग ग्रुप इट पुशेस इलेक्ट्रॉन इनटू द बेंजीन रिंग ड्यू टू resonance. So that is why it is called activating in nature. As a result of this, it enhances the electrophilic substitution reactions in phenol. If you can recall, when we have discussed electrophilic substitution reaction in benzene, take for example halogenation. Halogenation, you have taken that when benzene is treated with chlorine in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, a Lewis acid is required to give you chlorobenzene. But here no need of Lewis acid because the benzene is rich in electron. Therefore, you simply add bromine, say bromination, you can say bromination benzene or phenol. When phenol is treated with bromine in presence of carbon disulfide, neutral medium, you get orthochlorophenol, orthobromophenol or parabromophenol. That is you can say phenol is treated with bromine in presence of carbon disulfide or carbon tetrachloride. They are neutral mediums, carbon tetrachloride. We get orthobromophenol or parabromophenol. Here, why? Because OH group is a electron donating group. Electron donating groups are orthoparadirating in nature. They are orthoparadirating in nature. Therefore, we will get orthobromophenol and parabromophenol. Orthobromophenol, the parabromophenol. But the same reaction if carried out in a polar medium, polar solvent like water, if the reaction is carried out in presence of water, bromine in presence of water, let us write in this way, phenol plus bromine in presence of water. That is bromine dissolved in water, you get OH, bromine, 2,4,6 tribromophenol. So you can see why you are getting 3 bromine substituted, because OH group is an electron donating group and the reaction is carried out in water medium. If in case of water medium, it ionizes to give you phenolate, and that phenolate pushes electron more into the benzene than that of phenol itself. That is why the tri-substitution occurs. What's the difference? If you compare with that of phenol, that of benzene, there we needed Lewis acid in the form of anhydrous aluminum chloride. But here no Lewis acid is necessary. Similarly, if you carry out nitration, phenol undergoes nitration. Phenol undergoes nitration in presence of dilute nitric acid. If you use dilute nitric, compared to that of benzene. In benzene, nitration undergoes in presence of a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. But here, in presence of only dilute nitric acid, phenol will give you nitrophenol, orthonitro and paranitrophenol. That is, if you plus dilute HNO3, dilute NHO3, you will get phenol OH nitro group, orthonitrophenol plus paranitrophenol. This is orthonitrophenol, nitrophenol, this is paranitrophenol. What the difference? In case of benzene, we are using concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated nitric acid, but in case of phenol, you are simply. But however, if you use concentrated nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, you will get trinitrophenol. In the same reaction, if you carry out plus concentrated nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, we get trinitrophenol. Two, four, 6 trinitrophenol. This trinitrophenol is otherwise called picric acid. This name is called picric acid. This trinitrophenol. You see that if you are using concentrated nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, 3 nitro groups are substituted. But if you are using dilute nitric acid, only 1 nitro group is substituted, ortho and para position. So this is nitration. Similarly, if you carry out sulfonation when phenol is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, if you can mark sulfonation in case of benzene, we are using concentrated sulfuric acid saturated with sulfur trioxide, which is otherwise called oleum. But in case of phenol, only concentrated sulfuric acid will will carry out the sulfonation. The sulfonation when phenol is treated with concentrated plus concentrated sulfuric acid, we get OH SO3H plus para. As you know that OH group is an orthopara derating in nature, then you will get this is orthohydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. This is parahydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. So sulfonic acid. Now, so phenol undergoes sulfonation in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. That is about sulfonation. That is electrophilic substitution. Another reaction is called name reaction, which is frequently asked in the exam also, Reimert-Tiemann reaction. Reimert-Tiemann reaction is a name reaction, which is a characteristic reaction of phenol. What happens when phenol is treated with chloroform in presence of sodium hydroxide, aqueous sodium hydroxide at about 330 degrees Kelvin. An aldehyde group is attached into the ortho position and para position. So that reaction is called Reimert-Tiemann reaction. When phenol is heated with chloroform in presence of sodium hydroxide, then you get a CHO group attached to benzene ring at ortho position as well as para position. OH phenol is treated with plus CHCl3. This is chloroform. This is phenol. It is treated sodium hydroxide, 330 Kelvin heated. We get OH CHO plus OH CHO. This product is you can say orthohydroxybenzaldehyde or salicylaldehyde. It is called salicylaldehyde or orthohydroxy orthohydroxy benzaldehyde, benzaldehyde. This is parahydroxy benzaldehyde, benzaldehyde. But this product is for more. This is major product, this is minor product. Why? Because here major product is salicylaldehyde, because the OH group enters into a intramolecular hydrogen bonding with carbonyl group of hydrogen, CH group, so that it gets more stability. So you can say here intramolecular hydrogen bonding occurs in this way: OH, the C double bond OH. So due to this intramolecular hydrogen bonding, this is more stable. Orthoisomer is more stable than that of paraisomer. That is why this will be a major product. Or in other words, you can say salicylaldehyde is a major product. But however, if you are using carbon tetrachloride in place of chloroform, you get salicylic acid as the major product. If you carry out the same reaction in presence of carbon tetrachloride, sodium hydroxide 330 Kelvin, then the product form will be salicylic acid, OH, COOH, salicylic acid. It is a major product. Of course, para-isomer will be there, but it will be minor product. This is salicylic acid will be the major product, para-isomer will be minor product. But this reaction, the mechanism of this reaction is little bit difficult. We are not going to discuss this mechanism. Next reaction is that of your reaction with metallic zinc. Phenol reaction with metallic zinc. Reaction with zinc. When phenol is heated with zinc, we get benzene. This is simple conversion of phenol to benzene. When phenol is heated with zinc at about high temperature, we get benzene. This is phenol heated with zinc, heat it. High temperature, you heat it, you get benzene plus ZnO, zinc oxide. So this is a conversion, you can say, rather it is used in carrying out conversion of phenol to benzene by heating phenol with metallic zinc. And another reaction is that of your oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. Phenol undergoes oxidation in presence of chromyl chloride to give you benzoquinone. When phenol is oxidized, let me write in this way: OH, phenol is oxidized to nascent oxygen in presence of chromyl chloride, CrO2 Cl2, chromyl chloride oxidation. It gives you benzoquinone. This is called benzoquinone. So these are the reactions of phenol, and that is all about your phenol. That is all about today's class. Let us close the class here. Thank you.